All right, peeps, welcome back with another morning commute series video where we explore different areas of New York City just as it's waking up in the morning and headed on into work. In this video, we're going to be exploring all things SoHo, starting off here on Spring Street. And we're going to be heading into SoHo now. There is a bike lane here, at least there's meant to be, but it's a little bit obstructed because of the construction. SoHo is a very, very well-known and fun, cool area of the city. It's well-known for shopping and fashion. You'll find every major, fashion expensive store there that you could ever want. Many more than I could ever afford, that's for sure. You can just see Hudson Yards, interestingly, poking up there above the truck. Its top bit is in the clouds, which is pretty cool. So shopping, fashion, New York Fashion Week is hosted typically primarily in SoHo. I'm sure they go elsewhere, but you'll find all the major events in SoHo. And in terms of its borders, the northern border is West Broadway, the southern is Canal, the eastern is 6th Avenue, and the western, it varies a little bit, but it's Lafayette Street, just for simplicity's sake. We just crossed over 6th Avenue, which means we are officially in SoHo now. We have entered. I want to be on the other side of the street quick because what I wanted to do was go down West Broadway now, just so we can get a quick look at Cipriani, which is a very famous Italian restaurant here in SoHo. If you come here on a weekend, you're more than likely to see some ridiculously nice, fancy, Rolls Royces, Lamborghini, Ferrari, you name it, right outside. People just come, park them right here, sit on the street and eat, watch their cars. It's kind of a whole spectacle. Not a whole lot to look at right now, obviously, but these tables and chairs get put out and becomes a very nice, fancy place to eat. There's a look down Broome Street. We're going to continue so we don't hold up any traffic. And here we are at Grand Street. We're gonna take this left. Ooh. Sorry for the squeaking. I've got a very squeaky left brake here. Here we are at Green Street, gonna take Green Street to the left and cut up north. And it's these north-south streets in Soho that are really the ones with all the nice shopping, the nice stores. And here you can see we've got the cobblestone streets, which is very Soho-esque. I can see a Rolex store up here. We just passed a Theory. Half of these stores I couldn't even name for you, but I know enough about them that I know enough to know that I definitely couldn't afford them. It's just crazy the amount of money down here that flows in and out of these stores. There's a Rolex Watches of Switzerland store. There we go. Getting the biking in early. Love that. Got Tiffany on the left, Fendi, Dior. pretty amazing just how dead it is though in the morning. I mean, if you come here on a weekend, it is absolutely bustling. You know, I guess we're here before the stores open, so that plays a big part of it, but I will do a comparison video. Here's a Louis Vuitton quickly. I'll do a comparison video on the weekend just so you can get a sense of how different it is. I mean, the amount of people that flock to this area on a weekend are just, you know, it's amazing. All right, here we are on Prince Street, which has another bike lane through SoHo, so we're gonna take this. Here we are on West Broad again, which is north and south directional with a bike lane going each way. So this is a great street for biking up and down on through SoHo. Just wanted to take one more street. We were just on Green. Gonna go back over to Wooster Street just so you can get a sense of what another one looks like. They all basically look the same, but the stores are different. We made it all the way down here though, so why go home early? Here's Wooster. I wish you could see these roads in person. Not sure the depth perception in the video really does them justice, but they just wave. It's like the ocean. They've just been driven on for so long. They're so beaten down. It's really cool. I love that they've preserved them. All right, crossing back over Prince Street here. Coming up on another Tiffany, not sure if this Tiffany is the same one we passed just a street over on Green, or if it's a different one. It may be such a big store that they've got the whole length of the building from one street to on over to the next. That would be a lot of storefront, but down here with a store like Tiffany, I'm sure that is possible. Chanel here. Nice forklift parked right out front. All right, here we are on Spring again. I'm gonna take this back. Balthazar here on the right, another very famous restaurant. An interesting piece of art there. Outside, I'm not sure if this is residential or a business building. Just passing here on the right, the museum, or on the left, sorry, the Museum of Ice Cream. Got an Equinox gym right in front of us, a very, very upscale gym that New York has many of all over the place. Very fancy, very clean. So we're on Prince Street here, making our way over to 6th Ave, which is going to be the that eastern border, or excuse me, the western border of SoHo. You'll have to let me know though in the comments. What did you think? What did you think of SoHo being so quiet in the mornings? Let me know if you want to see what it's like on a weekend when it's really bustling, because it's very different then. Coming up here on a store called Rafa. For all the bikers out there, I'm gonna assume you know this brand. It's a New York City based biking, cycling brand. They've become very famous for their sort of solid colored jerseys, and they've got the white armband over, I believe it's the left sleeve. For a New York City based company, it's very famous in the cycling community, which is pretty awesome. They've got a store there if you're ever in SoHo. It's definitely worth checking out. They've got a little coffee shop in there. Of course, all the gear. They've got bike racks, so if you're cycling in New York City, you can stop it there, throw your bike on a rack, hang out, walk around. It's very neat.
even have a manicure.
All right in front of us here, we've got Avenue of the Americas, which turns into 6th Avenue, which means we've made it to the edge, punching our way here out of Soho. So let me know what you thought of that ride. Did you like it? Did you like the quiet? Do you want to see it more busy? If you have any suggestions of other areas of the city you want explored at any time of day, drop a comment and I'll be sure to explore them with you. Thanks for joining me on that ride. That was a super fun and interesting one. And I'll see you on the next one. There it is, peeps.